Hey guys, welcome back for another video. If you are new here, my name is Lulu, and in today's video, if you've ever put on activewear and thought, this is not giving what it needs to give, you're in luck, because today I'm gonna be sharing all my favorite plus size styling tips to make your body look a little bit thinner in your clothing and showcase your beautiful curves in the best way possible. So we're gonna jump right into today's video, but if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss out on any of the content that I post here. I love to post everything about plus size fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. So if that interests you, definitely hit that subscribe button. And then if you're interested in a little bit more of daily lifestyle content, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I love sharing daily stories, styling hacks, tips, outfit of the day, that sort of things. So I'd love if you join me over there, but let's get into the styling part of this, because this is a good one you won't want to miss. I did also want to start off with a disclaimer that I'm not trying to make anybody's body be quote unquote thinner. I love my body, I love my curves, I love everyone else's curves as well. But there are specific ways that you can dress your body to showcase your beautiful curves in the best way possible. So that's what a lot of these tips are based around, is how to dress your body in the way that's going to highlight your body and not necessarily hide it in overly baggy clothes, or showcase it in the wrong way by wearing things that are ill-fitting or maybe like a little bit too tight. So starting off with the very first tip, and that is gonna be around sweatshirts. I know it's still summer and very hot outside, but we are fast approaching fall, and a lot of those activewear pieces are going to be sweatshirts and hoodies. You're gonna be wanting to throw those on, and I'm specifically talking about the sweatshirts that actually have that large band down at the bottom. And those type of sweatshirts can really accentuate your lower belly roll if not worn properly. I know for myself, that is where I carry majority of my stomach weight, is on that lower belly roll, and I love my belly roll. However, I don't necessarily want to be showing it off to the whole world. So this is what I do whenever I'm wearing this type of a sweatshirt. Instead of wearing it like this, where it's completely accentuating it, you can see every lump and bump in my lower stomach, I instead will take that fabric and kind of billow it up, so that way it's almost disguising it. But this trick works the best if you're wearing some bottoms that are a little bit looser. You don't want to have something that's going to be too tight. It won't give that same effect. So I recommend, if you are doing a sweatshirt that has that thick band at the bottom, to make sure that you're pairing it with something that's going to be a little bit looser. That way it highlights your curves in the best way possible. Okay, tip number 2 is going to be pairing your tighter, more fitted tops with looser bottom. This is really going to help accentuate the tiniest part of your waist and actually highlight your curves, as opposed to making your stomach look a little bit bigger than it actually is. So by pairing your tops that are a little bit more cropped and more fitted with something looser, actually gives the appearance that you have a smaller waist, because a crop top is actually hugging in at the smallest part of your waist instead of being tight all the way down. So I recommend pairing it with any type of loose fitting shorts or pants, or even any of those super cute little tennis skirts. That is going to hide that bottom belly and actually make your waist look that much smaller, which is a win-win, because you have that balance in the outfit, but it's highlighting the smallest part of your waist. Again, with this type of trick, when you're doing a tighter top, I do recommend finding tops that hit where your smallest part of your waist is, and then having those bottoms also hit where your smallest part of your waist is. That way they meet perfectly, creating that really gorgeous hourglass shape. I did want to take a moment and mention this amazing brand that I just discovered. It's called Fresh Trends, and they are a fine piercing jewelry company. And they carry a bunch of products for like nose piercings, belly button ring, anything of that sort of thing. You can find an ear piercing product that's going to work for you. And the best thing about it is that everything is 100% 14 karat gold, so everything is going to be solid, and you know it's not going to turn on you and get nasty in your ears or in like your nose or belly button. It also has precious gems, so a lot of them have like diamonds or other natural stones, so it's perfect if you want more of like that high-end elevated look without that price tag, because their prices are really good. And they also carry tons of ear piercings. So you guys know that all my ear piercings are real gold and real diamonds, obviously with the exception of these ones right here in the front, because those are just like fun costume jewelry that I change out. But anything that I keep in my ears on a regular basis, I like to make sure that it's good. And I have these 2 little hoops right here that are not real gold, and I can tell that they're turning. So I went to this company and I ended up getting a pair to replace them, and these are 14 karat gold, and they are so beautiful. It also comes in this really cute little dust bag, so you can hold your products in there afterwards. But here's the box, and then I got these guys right here. They are literally perfect 14 karat gold. I'm gonna pop these in and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so now that I have both of them in, this is how it looks. They look so good. They look pretty much the same as my old ones, but that's exactly the look that I was going for. I wanna show you guys my old ones. I mean, this is what I am talking about. You guys can see, try to hold it up, right here, it's like starting to tarnish on where it's in my ear, which is not good. So having something that is completely gold is just perfect. I know that I can swim in it, do anything I want to do in these earrings. I don't have to worry about it. So I would definitely check out Fresh Trends if it's something that you're interested in, if you want some simple earrings or something to kind of jazz up all your piercings. But yeah, definitely check them out because they have some really good stuff. So tip number 3, we are going to be talking about the hemline of your shirt. So a lot of people think that a straight hemline looks great, and in some cases, yes, a straight hemline can look really great. However, purchasing something that has a slight U-shaped curve will actually make your stomach look a little bit thinner and your whole body look a little bit thinner. As you can see in this image, I'm wearing something that is straight across. It actually brings my hips and my stomach out a little bit wider because that is where it's cutting me off. So because of that vertical line, it's drawing the eye across as opposed to swooping down, which actually makes it look a little bit thinner. So that is why I like to opt for tops that have that nice U-shaped hemline, because it makes my waist and my body look so much more snatched, which I really love. And like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these tips are really just for confidence boosting, because I know as a plus size girl, it's not that I'm trying to hide my body, but I want to accentuate my curves in the best way possible and make my body look as banging as I know it can. And a lot of the times clothing really can help with that. And there are even some amazing tips, even for very thin people, that they can do to make their bodies just look that much better in clothing. So that's really what this is about, is how to highlight our bodies and pick the right clothing for our curvy bodies to make it look so much better. Tip number 4 is going to be wearing loose fitted tops, but nothing that is going to be too loose and baggy. So when it's too loose and baggy, you kind of lose your shape, and it really doesn't create any type of shape. It's just kind of hanging on your body. But having the right mix and balance between something that is fitted but not tight, it's like that sweet spot between having something that fits your frame beautifully but not having something that is so tight that you see every little thing on your body. So it's really finding that balance and finding their perfect sizing. Don't be afraid to try different sizes out. I range anywhere between a large to a 2X. So it really is such a big, wide gap of size ranges that I really go towards. So finding your sizing in certain brands is really important. But then also not being afraid to try on different clothing in different sizes to see if you can get that correct fit. So that is definitely going to be super important. That goes with all tops. I mean, I'm not just talking about tops that are going to be too baggy, but same with tops that are going to be a little bit too tight. You don't want them to be so tight as well, where it's not accentuating your body the right way. But it's all about creating that balance within every single outfit. Tip number 5 is going to be about pairing your outfits and your workout gear with something lightweight that kind of goes over it. So I'm talking like a lightweight jacket or a cardigan or a sweater, something that's going to be open though, because you want to draw the eye up and down and create that vertical line. It'll kind of elongate your body and make you look a little bit thinner, because it's going to give that open part right here, which kind of creates that vertical line. And specifically, you need to wear your jacket open for this. You can't close it up because it will not create that same kind of vertical line, but that's another little trick that you can do that kind of creates that look of being a little bit taller and leaner, is by leaving those jackets open. And then additionally, a little bonus tip with that is also monochromatic dressing also helps kind of elongate the body and make it look a little bit thinner, just because it creates that line going up and down. So it's very vertical as opposed to horizontal, where if you're wearing a different colored top and bottom, kind of will cut you off and then make your body look a little bit wider. Again, these are all just like illusions. And again, just remember, if you are choosing to do like a monochromatic look, you don't always have to be boring and choose black. I mean, I love black. You can be bold and mix it up with different colors. And then also just remember though, the top and the bottom still need to fit properly, and follow some of those other things I mentioned earlier, because either way, even if you are dressing in a monochromatic look, that's not necessarily going to make your body look that much better if it's ill-fitting and doesn't work well with your curves. So I did want to give one little bonus tip, because I think this is a really important one to remember, that If you love a certain part of your body, whether that's your arms, your legs, your juicy booty, I mean, whatever it is, maybe your stomach, it doesn't matter. Highlighting that and showing it off is going to make you feel so much more confident and beautiful because you know that part looks good and it's being highlighted. So don't be afraid to use these tips, but highlight certain parts of your body. A lot of these tips that I've mentioned are surrounded around having more like a belly. That is my biggest insecurity and a part of my body that I always feel like I'm trying to make just look a little bit better, and same with like my back fat. But don't be afraid if your stomach is not that part, to find different areas of your body that you want to highlight in different ways. Let me know which tip you liked the best and which one that you plan on trying out, or if you have any additional tips that maybe I didn't mention in this video that'll work well for the plus size body. I'm always interested in hearing down in the comments below any type of feedback or stuff that's going to make my body just look that much better. And again, it's all about feeling confident and beautiful in our bodies. It's not about necessarily like changing them. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time for another one. Have a good one. Bye.